Hi again, it's Anna coming to you from Integrated Soul Healing. And for this video, I wanted to talk about something that I think is really important, but that's not really talked about a whole lot. And that's the topic of spiritual discernment. And what do I mean by that? I mean, how do you choose a healer or a spiritual teacher? What criteria do you use? Do you just look them up on Google or Yelp or do a search in some way, or do you ask for recommendations from people? I mean, these are all good ways. But when it comes to really choosing someone, um, are you really checking them out? Because it's something that I think is so important. Is your teacher, is your healer coming from a place of alignment and of 100% light? Or are they coming from ego? And this is actually a real concern because how many people out there call themselves masters? I think that's one criteria to look at. That's the first one. How many people call themselves masters? And what is a master? When I hear the word master, I think of some old man in the Himalayas who's, been in meditation and studying his entire life. That to me is a master. Not somebody who does like an online Reiki initiation course or an online shamanic training. It doesn't make you a master. So when people bandy about this word master, to me that's a little bit of an alarm bell. Um, the other thing to look at is your teacher or healer walking the walk, or are they just talking the talk? This has come up a lot with the yoga community. There, this is I think where this has been talked about the most. There are so many yoga teachers out there who are certified, but they have no alignment with the spiritual background of yoga, with the spiritual tradition of yoga, and they can be really coming from ego and just looking at things that are on the surface instead of looking at it as actually a spiritual practice, which is what yoga is. But beyond yoga, um, looking at your any teacher, how does the teacher or the healer treat others in their around them? How do they treat their staff, or can you see the way they interact with family and friends? That's a real thing to look for. Basically, are they practicing what they preach? Are they preaching love and light and then being nasty, the minute that someone's not watching them? So I think that that's a very, very important thing to look for. Also, are they talking about being loving and non-judgmental and then judging everyone? That's a big one. There's a lot of holier than thou behavior that I have witnessed in the so-called spiritual community. Oh, I'm better than you. Oh, that person is so dark. And we all have darkness. So are you judging them, or are you being an observer? Which is, you not ignore darkness, but are you observing it or judging it? Um, the other thing to look for is how they promote themselves. Now, first of all, there's this idea out there that healers and spiritual teachers have no business making money from their work, which to me is completely ridiculous. First of all, it violates the law of equal exchange. You really should not get something for nothing. There needs to be an exchange of energy in some way. It doesn't always have to be money, but there has to be an exchange. But this idea that you should work for free is completely ridiculous. Do lawyers work for free? Do doctors work for free? I mean, it's a job. It's a profession. We work hard to, cultivate our skills and study things, and it's often very expensive to study these things. But beyond that, when they promote themselves, when you look at their website or whatever promotional materials they have, is there a lot of hyperbole? Are they There's nothing wrong with promoting yourself and just to own who you are and what you're able to do. But look at the language. Is the language, verging into the Donald Trump, category of like, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, no one's better than me, one of the most powerful healers in the world? I mean, come on, really? So look for that. The other thing is if you're studying with a teacher, first of all, I would avoid anyone who calls themselves a guru. That word is old. It comes from a very old tradition, and it has really no place anymore in the modern spiritual world. But if you have a teacher Is the teacher addicted to maintaining the teacher-student hierarchy and dynamic, or is the teacher allowing you to grow and to graduate? Because that is the goal of all good teaching, is for the student to graduate and to thrive and to even do better than the teacher. I mean, a truly great teacher is so not in their ego that they are thrilled beyond measure when a student can get out there and surpass them in every way. So that's hard because there's always ego. But how aligned with your growth is the teacher? Or is the teacher addicted to being a teacher? Does the teacher feel threatened when you voice an opinion that's different from theirs, or start going your own way and developing your own things? Because you're always going to find your own expression of what you're learning. So look for that. I think that that's a very, very important thing. And then finally, this is super important. If any healer or teacher starts telling you that you need them or that you must do something, you have to do something, run. This is so important. No one coming from 100% light is ever going to tell you that you need them, that you have to do something. That is completely getting you out of your power, and it's not coming from the light. You don't need anyone. You are your greatest teacher. A teacher is a guide. A teacher is a facilitator. A healer is a guide. A healer is a facilitator. And any healer that is telling you you have to keep seeing them, you have to keep seeing them, no. A good healer will tell you, hey, if you feel it, come back. When you're ready. They're not going to push it. I know that when I promote myself, I just present what I do and hands off. If it resonates with you, you come and you work with me. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. You're not, maybe this work isn't the right thing for you. Fine. I would never ask someone to, come and see me if they didn't feel it was right for them. So not creating dependency, not giving you your power is very, creating dependency and not giving you your power are two, or it's the same, red flag, huge red flag. So really, these are things to look out for. There are other things as well, but I wanted to kind of keep this video a little bit short. Spiritual discernment. What do you think about it? How have you been taught about it? Have you been taught about it? I really think it's part of my mission to help people kind of wake up to it. There's so many healers out there. There's so many teachers out there. And not all of them should be doing what they're doing. And so use your discernment. How does it feel inside? Check in with yourself, okay? That's you are your greatest guide. You are your greatest teacher. A teacher can merely point the direction for you to walk in if you should choose that path. Thank you so much, and feel free to comment and subscribe if you like this video, and thank you.